Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. It is the 11th of December. Today, not only am I going to be doing the daily outlook, we have also got our good trader, one of the best that I've ever, come across, our Winnie, and she's going to help you understand what the markets are doing today. So make sure that if you're liking these videos, subscribe for Winnie, like the videos for Winnie, comment down below for Winnie, because she is the one that shares knowledge with me, and that's when I pass on the knowledge to you. So yeah, man, the one who is actually making all this money, making all this, change in regards to the trading space, it is the dog, not me. So other than that, let's jump straight into the charts and go over, the dollar and a few other pairs. So as you guys can see, I know usually I go up to like the 4 hour and down, or the daily and down. I'll only go to the 4 today, because we can then basically get straight into it. So as you guys can see, we have had a little change of trend here. Usually that looks like a liquidity sweep, but the reason it's a change of trend is just simply because when the market's now moved up, we've also got this momentum here, and I'm pretty sure with the way that the other pairs are moving as well, we are heading up into the direction of, going higher. So making sure that we can see that before it does happen is vital. So dropping down currently at the moment, you'll be able to see that my 1 hour range is from this low to this high. That is a 1 hour break, as you can see. So the dollar, I'm currently waiting for either of these two areas, the 4 hour demand area or the 1 hour demand area, which is a little bit lower. So if we come into the 1 hour demand area, you'll notice that we will use this here as liquidity. And then with that being liquidity, we have imbalance as well, which is just below it, and in this 1 hour demand area. So for the dollar today, I'm expecting to see it come into here and have a movement off upwards. If we do break below, we do have obviously this second zone here, and we could use these two lows as liquidity. So keep an eye on that. But that is what I'm seeing so far for the dollar today. I'm only really interested, truthfully, in forward upwards momentum because of the pure, movement that's been happening recently. So dollar for me is on its way up, which leads me straight into GU. So GU, if the dollar's going up, we obviously expect GU to come down. So obviously, as we can see right now, we're still in this 4 hour range from this low here to this high. The only tricky thing about GU currently is, I know we've been talking about it all week, is we're kind of trapped in regards to demand and supply. My 1 hour areas, as you guys can probably notice, is still from my 1 hour area is still from this low to this high. Now, obviously, in between here, we've just been trapped. Usually what you want to see is either break of this high or either break of this low. And then what that tends to do is give you more of a confirmation to go, yes, downwards movement's happening or upwards movement is happening. So, it is, a bit of a tricky one. At the moment, we did have a perfect, retrace into this 1 hour demand area below, as you guys can see. Filled in and rebalanced that market there, tapped in perfectly, took out liquidity, and then obviously had that shift from a 15-minute. We broke the 15-minute structure there. But currently, if you look at this right now, obviously, yes, you can technically say that we are in this, 1 hour demand, probably more of a 15-minute and 30-minute demand area. So something to keep an eye out on. And obviously, if we drop down to the 15, we'll be able to see it a little bit better. Yep, so I would not just be buying from here for the sake of it. I'll be waiting for the movement that we would be usually looking for, which would, it's two things that we always say. In this situation, we want to see either, something like this where we then that can confirm we have a break of this structure, and you can confirm, okay, I'm gonna look for my buys upwards as long as the dollar's doing what it should be doing. Or you can say, I need to see a sweep of this low and then a change of trend, and then that's where I'm going to look to buy. But also playing fact that if we're predicting the dollar is going to be going up, I mean, it reacts from that 1 hour demand zone, then obviously what we can also be looking for is, because if you look at this, because we've reacted out of this 1 hour supply there and 1 hour supply here, we can probably be looking to see if the market's going to react from around these areas here. And that could be the next potential zone where this is going to get buyers in, and then we could see the market. Let me just get this. See the market come up, do its thing, move away to take out these lows, this low, and then probably head even more further down. So two options for you, GU. Always play what you see. Don't be too hesitant and too, by the book. You want to make sure that you are trading. And also making mistakes as well, because you are going to make mistakes inside of the markets. So that leads me on to EU. As you can see, EU from the 1 hour, it looks a lot more cleaner than GU. Currently right now, yes, let me just get the 4 hour up actually. Yes, we are currently in a uptrend. So we're currently in a 4 hour uptrend. We have that 4 hour higher high, and we have that 4 hour higher low. Also understand, and this is very important, the 1 hour is downtrending, but we are currently in this 4 hour demand area. So again, this for me would be the only point where we could see a movement up. So this is my last area for EU to move up from. So understand this, play this into fact. This 4 hour demand area will only become valid once we break this 1 hour structure. So understand, I will not be looking to trade this 1 hour demand area unless we break above these highs here, and then I'll be looking to play this up and we're back into that uptrend. Please make sure you realize that just because a 4 hour demand area has been met, understand that this is a 4 hour supply area. So what I'll be looking at, let's refine this a little bit more. What I'll be keeping an eye on, and what is probably my main objective, is the market actually coming into here for today and see if we can get that reaction from to sell off downwards. That is my main concern. This is the 1 hour structure. We need the 1 hour structure to break, to follow and to be in line with the 4 hour structure to then be looking for the buys. So hopefully that makes sense. Get your alert set. I'm going to put my alert set on here actually so that I don't forget. And yeah, set that as an alert. And I'm going to keep an eye out on that and see how the market reacts. That leads me into NU. And as you can see, NU is pretty similar to Euro USD. From a 4 hour perspective, I know that majority of the pairs that I mentioned during this week have worked out perfectly. This 4 hour supply area and this 4 hour supply area literally works out to a T. We have a fresh 4 hour supply area here because we have now broken that structure. But also understand that from a 1 hour perspective, we are not really interested in this 4 hour supply until what? Until we break this 1 hour lower high. So again, same thing, two options. Two options are we're going to come into here, get that movement off and carry on down, or we are going to either want to see that break above and we can participate in the buys up into this and then wait to see if we can get that shift down from here. So predominantly what we want to see is the most important part is this 1 hour area from this low to this high. Can we get a break of the 1 hour structure, or can we see the movement just happen as we intend it to? Pardon me. So that's what we've got for NU. Let's see what else we have got this morning. GJ is close to the 4 hour demand area. 4 hour higher low is now here. 4 hour higher high is now here. We have had that change of trend. I've given this area to you guys, which worked out to a T. Look at that momentum that's happened from this area. So yeah, perfect area that we had. Now our first roadblock and our first area of interest is this 4 hour demand area. So let me just go to the 4. It's actually a 1 hour demand, but the 4 hour candle, should I say. So from here, I'm waiting to see we can, well, for one, are we going to come in and actually, come lower and mitigate this area? That's what I would personally like to see. As you can see, we're having a little bit of reaction, but I think that might be early inducement. So let's go back down to the 1. So I personally now would like to see the markets do this. use this as early buyers. So people buying, it's obviously moving up. I'd like to see a liquidity sweep, and then I'd like to see that movement off for us to then participate to go and create a new high, or potentially just get our 1 to 2s, 1 to 3s, etc., etc. I am not interested in this area unless we break this low here. If we break this low, then yes, I'll be interested in trying to sell into this area and seeing how we react from this 4-hour demand area. So keep an eye out on that on GJ. We could have a good move on here today. For the newest person out watching this video, I always say this, and maybe I don't say it enough actually on these daily outlooks, but to the community that I have, I always mention this. If you're completely new, don't be afraid just to buy and sell off the 4-hour zones. I know that the stop loss might be a bit big, but who cares? I want you guys to participate. So don't be afraid to buy off these zones. What I obviously ask people who are more experienced is I want you guys to be more patient and waiting for that change of trend that we like to see, of course, on the 15-minute and the 5-minute. But if you're not that experienced, don't be afraid to buy off the 4-hour or the 1-hour. So make sure that you do that as well. AU, I don't know why GJ is actually above AU. That's a bit annoying. AU, if it loads quick enough, you can see very similar to NU and EU. This for me, I'm waiting for this area to be met. For the same thing, it's mitigated the 1-hour supply. I want to see a movement from this area down to carry on the trend. I am not looking at anything else unless we break above this high. And then potentially what I'll be looking for is this 4-hour supply area to be met. So again, this is the 1-hour supply area that I'm interested in, where I think we're going to get the sells from. If we break above, this will be the next main 4-hour supply area. USD CAD, let's see what it is doing currently. So from a 4-hour perspective, let's just go up to here. Again, you can see we had a perfect reaction from this demand area. Look at this. This demand area mitigated this area here, come back up, mitigated this area, and then we had the movement up. Now, 4-hour demand areas I've got is this one here and this one here. The main 4-hour demand area is this one, but this will be our next roadblock, as I call it. So go down to the 1-hour. We're going down to the 1-hour. You'll be able to see that currently my first area that I need to keep an eye on is this 1-hour demand area. So again, my 1-hour area is from these lows to where it is right now, this high. So what I'm predicting and what I'm hoping to see, if it's in line with the dollar, is to come into this and get that reaction from there so we can continue buying up. If we don't get that, then obviously our next zone will be from here, which 1-hour supply, let's do it from here to here. So it's a little bit smaller. That'll be our next roadblock to see how we react from there. Next thing is USD CHF. Let's see. So as you guys can notice, let's actually go straight into the 4-hour. Straight into the 4-hour, you'll be able to see that we're still in that downwards trend. We've got the lower high here and the lower low with the clear break of structure. Our two supply areas that I have currently got is this 4-hour supply area. We've got a little bit of imbalance above. So yes, we have wicked above this currently right now. I would have liked to seen it come a little bit more above and tap into that 4-hour supply. So could we get that? Let's see. Could we get that? Let's see. Let me just look taken to come into here and have that movement. But if we naturally break from here, then this 4-hour supply area is still in control. So with that being said, I would need to see this area be broke. This area be broke. If we can break this area from a 1-hour perspective, then that was the liquidity sweep, and this is the move now happening down. Also playing fact that we are actually waiting for the dollar to do the thing, because USD CHF will always follow the dollar. So making sure that we are in alignment with the dollar. For buying scenarios, I don't like this movement here, just to be truthful with you. Yes, this last down candle here is our demand area, this big down candle. So we will necessarily see a movement from here if it follows the dollar. But again, usually I like to see a demand area with imbalance. And obviously, same thing for supply. I like to see a supply area left with imbalance, supply area with imbalance. Whereas this looks just like it's been trending nicely. So again, just be aware of that. But as I mentioned, and as I always go back to, straight onto the dollar bills, as they say, Jay-Z says, dollar bill, is it? So making sure that we follow the dollar always. This is our first area that we need to pay attention to. So other than that, that is what we've got for Wednesday, the 11th of December. Be patient, guys. Make sure that you're, sticking to your trading plan and also making sure that you are comfortable with the trades that you're taking. But other than that, I hope you all have an amazing Wednesday and an amazing rest of your week. Don't hesitate in dropping me a message on my socials. You can find my Instagram through the bio on my YouTube. You can also find my free Telegram group, which is in my YouTube bio as well, where I share my lifestyle, I share trade ideas, I just share my trade markups from throughout the day. But yeah, other than that, I hope you all have a blessed rest of the week, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing Wednesday. Take care.